This is Chris Morrow, and my home office is behind the San Diego Convention Center on my boat. And I want to welcome ComicCon's David Glanzer from his home office. Where are you, David?
I'm literally at home. I live in South San Diego, so here's where I am. I have a photo behind me of different times. It reminds me of the fun times. So
What year was that, do you know?
I think it was 2018, but it could have been 2019.
2019 was an amazing year. It was the 50th anniversary.
It was a great year. It's amazing that we're doing this virtually this year, because it would have been, I don't know what we would have done had all this happened last year, but it didn't. We had a great anniversary. We had a great celebration. And this year we're going to have a great online experience.
Yeah, so I want to ask you, how many people haven't been able to go to Comic-Con? I mean, like, tickets sell out in minutes. Either you don't have money, or volunteering gets full, or even your mom says that she won't let you go. So other than having, no internet, Comic-Con's free this year and available to all. How many people are you expecting at the Comic-Con at home this year?
I hope lots. I'll be very honest with you. When we first were planning this, my big concerns were, A, can we do this? And B, how? And when we determined that, yes, it was something we wanted to try, and we think we figured it out, the next thing was, will people show up? We really have no idea. I mean, it's going to be available to anybody who wants to attend. We have about, so far, the last time I checked, we have interest and registration from a lot of news media outlet, about 1,400 members of the media from 33 different countries. So it will be a global event. I assume they'll be talking about it in their home country. So we may have a lot more people than we ever thought we could.
Do you think this should be called the Year of the Freshman? I mean, for a lot of people, it's going to be their first con.
I think so. One of the very great things about this is, Comic-Con really is about promoting art and education, but it's also about community. Comic-Con has been, one of the great things about Comic-Con is that people get together and experience and share their experiences and their interests and their passion. You've heard me say a million times, I don't know if everybody would hang out together on any other weekend, but during Comic-Con we do, and we enjoy it. Well, now is an opportunity, not just for the regular fans and attendees, but if you've never experienced Comic-Con before, if you don't know what Comic-Con is, here's an opportunity to check it out, and you may discover you're a fan yourself.
And it's so easy to participate. I mean, there's over 300 panels, but do you think it's going to be enough to get them hooked, to make them want to come back or actually come to San Diego?
I hope so. There's a big diversity of panels, and I think people realize that this is just really scratching the surface. We're very grateful that we have as many panels as we do. It's a heavy lift for a lot of the companies that took part. Normally you would have a panel at Comic-Con, you would all meet at Comic-Con, you'd all meet in the room at the same time, and that would be that. This was really kind of coordinating, trying to figure out, how you're going to record the panel, if you have to edit the panel together, are all your people in the same city, town, state, or part of the country? There's time zones. I mean, it was a little bit of a challenge, but we're appreciative that they did that. And I think that there's enough of a cross section that if new people come and check out the schedule, they'll probably find something that not only they're interested in, but they may be intrigued by something they had no idea they were interested in. And my hope is that will keep them coming back.
Do you think that virtual, the new future trend going forward, is going to be virtual? I mean, is this going to change Comic-Con in any way?
Well, I think one of the big benefits of Comic-Con is that in-person interaction. I see you every year, and I enjoy having that interaction with you. I love doing this, still seeing you, although it's virtually. There is something to be said for being in person, right? I mean, there's a certain amount of energy. So I think that will always be a component to Comic-Con, much like there are digital comics, but there is something about having that printed comic in your hand. I think the same is true for Comic-Con. Will there be an online or virtual elements in the future? I imagine there probably will be, especially if this works out well. there may be things that we can do online that will be able to meet the needs of even more people who want to attend.
Have you heard about the San Diego Loves Comic Con Shrine? And what do you think about that?
So I had just heard about that. I haven't seen it. At first, I was afraid that it was something more of a sad thing than a happy thing. But it sounds like it's more of a celebration, which is what Comic-Con is. I think I'm going to try to sneak down maybe at night and take a look at it. Um, it's it's really amazing that fans and friends have put something together that is appreciative of the event that we're not going to physically be able to have this year.
Think, what does Comic-Con mean to San Diego? And I also want to ask you your input on what does San Diego mean to Comic-Con?
Well, we were born here. I think it was interesting. I had a meeting earlier today with an organization, a city organization, and a lot of very, very high-level people who were grateful that we were doing an online version and expressed a great deal of appreciation for Comic-Con. And I have to tell you, since we began, we've been very lucky in San Diego. I don't think the city, the government, the different entities always knew what to make of us. But the great thing is they always supported us. And that is a testament to not only the government of the city, but the citizens of the city. A lot of people, just come down to people watch. So the city has been really, really important and great to Comic-Con. And I hope we've been good to the city as well by showcasing what a beautiful city it is, what beautiful people there are, and welcoming people who spend money and contribute not only to the direct spending and the businesses downtown and in San Diego, but also to the taxes that help fund roads and help the infrastructure of the city. So it's a really great relationship. It truly is.
Virtually everyone in the world has a free pass to attend Comic-Con at home. And this is their chance. So can you talk about some of the panels?
Yeah, so there really is something for everybody. I mean, we're grateful that we have a lot of sponsors who've been involved this year. Amazon and Prime Video have sponsored the badge, so we'll have a badge again this year. You can download that badge and wear it. I think if I go see the
Printed mine
shrine,
out. Yeah,
sorry.
I printed mine out and I love it.
See, perfect. I think if I go to visit the shrine, I think I will wear my badge. But there's a lot of different things. I mean, Charlize Theron will be on a panel. There's a panel with Henry Winkler. There's panels on comic book publishing. There's the Masquerade, the art show. There's a panel on Thursday on art and the Holocaust. And I think a lot of people don't realize that, Comic-Con, a lot of the panels are educational. You can learn and experience stuff. Sometimes it's in a fun environment and sometimes it's a sober environment. But, we're confronted with and exposed to art on a daily basis. And sometimes that's a wonderful expression of joy and creativity. And sometimes it's propaganda and used for nefarious reasons. This panel will be an interesting way to look at how Nazi Germany used art, but also a celebration is I think they're going to focus on some art created by survivors as well. So that is a panel I don't want to miss.
Well, David, thank you. As we remotely connect from home this year, I miss you and look forward to seeing you and the rest of Comic-Con in 2021. This is Chris Morrow covering Comic-Con at home.